Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of NASCAR Veterans, Ward Burton. Ward Burton started his racing career like many young drivers do, racing go-karts. He was in the Virginia Karting Association from the ages of 8 all the way up to 16, before moving up to mini stocks and street stocks at the South Boston Speedway. In 1986, he made the jump up to late models. He really found success in 1989, winning 3 times, as well as winning the Most Popular Driver Award at the South Boston Speedway. Now finally, at the age of 28, in 1990, Ward Burton made his NASCAR Xfinity Series debut at Richmond Raceway in the spring, driving a number 5 Buick for Sam Ard Racing, starting 26th and finishing 15th. Altogether, he would make 23 starts that first season in the Xfinity Series for 2 different teams, 12 for Sam Ard Racing and 11 for Falcon Racing, in their number 9 Chevrolets. In the number 5, his best start was 10th at Nazareth in the spring, and his best finish was 15th at Richmond in his debut. In the number 9, his best start was 9th 3 times at both South Boston races and Lanier in the spring. His best finish was 6th at South Boston in the summer. Overall, in 23 starts, he scored 3 top 10s and finished 21st in final Xfinity Series points. After running his rookie season for a couple different teams, in 1991, Burton intended on running the full schedule for one team. He started the season as a full-time driver of the Harrison Motorsports number 75 Food Country USA Oldsmobiles, Buicks, and Chevrolets. Following race 14 at Rougemont, he was released from the number 75 ride. Burton DNQ'd twice in those first 14 races, at DNQ at Daytona and Hickory. His best start was 2nd at Rougemont in the summer, and his best finish was 4th at Dover in the spring. The following week, Burton found a ride behind the wheel of the number 27 Buick for A.G. Dillard Motorsports. He ran all the remaining 17 races in the 1991 Xfinity Series season for the A.G. Dillard Motorsports team. His best start was 1st, twice, at IRP and Charlotte in the fall. His best finish was 3rd at Dover in the fall. This season, Burton showed marked improvement, as well as finding himself a team to drive for over the next several seasons. Overall, he scored 2 poles, 0 wins, 2 top 5s, and 8 top 10s, finishing 18th in final Xfinity Series point standings. The 1992 Xfinity Series season saw Burton's improvement continue, returning to the A.G. Dillard Motorsports number 27 Buick team full-time. His best start was 2nd at Rockingham in the fall, and his best finish was 1st, also at Rockingham, but in the spring. This was Burton's first career Xfinity Series victory. Rockingham would prove to be one of his best tracks throughout his NASCAR career. Overall, he scored 0 poles, 1 win, 3 top 5s, and 10 top 10s, finishing 8th in final Xfinity Series points. Things only continued to come together for Ward Burton in 1993, when sponsor Hardee's came on board of the A.G. Dillard Motorsports team as their new primary sponsor. They also changed their number from 27 to the number 2. His best start was 1st 4 times at Bristol, Dover, and Myrtle Beach in the spring, then Rockingham in the fall. His best finish was 1st 3 times at Rougemont and Martinsville in the spring, then Atlanta in the fall. This was Burton's best season in his NASCAR career thus far, for sure. Overall, he scored 4 poles, 3 wins, 9 top 5s, and 10 top 10s, finishing a solid 6th in final Xfinity Series point standings. With solid sponsorship money from Hardee's restaurants behind the team, in 1994, A.G. Dillard Motorsports and Ward Burton made the jump up to the NASCAR Cup Series to run full-time for Rookie of the Year. He was behind the wheel of the number 31 Hardee's Chevrolet. They were a brand new team with no owner points, which meant they had no provisionals to fall back on if they were slow in qualifying. In the first 15 races, the team had Tom Fox as their crew chief. Felipe Lopez replaced Fox following race 15 at Daytona. They DNQ'd 4 times in those first 15 races. They only DNQ'd once in the final 16 starts, that being at Talladega, where it's all about just pure speed, not really even driving ability or anything like that. His best start was 1st at Charlotte in the fall, and his best finish was 2nd in Pocono in the summer. Overall, he scored 1 pole, 0 wins, 1 top 5, and 2 top 10s, finishing 35th in final Cup Series point standings. For the 1995 season, Burton returned to the A.G. Dillard Motorsports number 31 Hardee's Chevrolet for what was supposed to be a full-time season. But after race 21 at Michigan, Burton was released by Dillard. In those first 21 starts, his best start was second at Dover in the spring, and his best finish was sixth at Michigan in the summer. The following week, Burton picked up a ride with Bill Davis Racing in the number 21 MB&A Pontiac. In his final 8 starts, his best start was third, and his best finish was first, both coming at Rockingham in the fall. This was both Bill Davis Racing and Ward Burton's first career Cup Series victory. Overall, in 29 Cup Series starts, he scored 0 poles, 1 win, 3 top 5s, and 6 top 10s, finishing 22nd in final Cup Series point standings. In the Xfinity Series, he made 12 starts for American Equipment Racing, the number 95 Caterpillar Chevrolet. His best start was 4th in Loudon in the spring, and his best finish was 3rd in Darlington in the fall. Overall, in 12 starts, he scored 3 top 5s and 5 top 10s. He didn't win during his 12 starts, driving for the Caterpillar sponsor in the Xfinity Series, but that relationship would prove fruitful years down the line. The 1996 NASCAR Cup Series season saw Ward Burton behind the wheel of the number 22 MB&A Pontiac for Bill Davis Racing full-time. Chris Hussey served as the team's crew chief for the 96 season. His best start was first at Darlington in the spring, and his best finish was 7th twice at Dover and Charlotte in the fall. They did D&Q 4 times, so in 27 Cup Series starts, he scored 1 pole, 0 wins, 0 top 5s, and 4 top 10s, finishing 33rd in final Cup Series points. Back in the Xfinity Series, he was also behind the wheel of a number 22 MB&A Pontiac, but this time it was for Fred Turner Racing, making 10 attempts, qualifying for 8 races. His best start was 5th twice, at Darlington in the spring and then Dover in the fall. His best finish was 8th in Atlanta in the spring. Overall, in 8 starts, he scored 3 top 10s. In 1997, Burton returned to the Bill Davis Racing number 22 MB&A Pontiac full-time in the NASCAR Cup Series. Things began to improve this season for the number 22 team. His best start was first at Martinsville in the fall, and his best finish was 7th 3 times at Texas in the spring and Martinsville and Richmond in the fall. They only D&Q'd once at Talladega in the fall. Overall, in 31 starts, they scored 1 pole, 0 wins, 0 top 5s, and 7 top 10s, finishing 24th in final Cup Series points. He only made starts in the Cup Series in 1997. There was no Xfinity Series, and obviously no Truck Series. Then comes 1998. While the NASCAR Cup Series season was not amazing statistically, something very important happened near the end of the season. Tommy Baldwin Jr. replaced Chris Hussey as the team's crew chief, starting at race 26 at Dover. Together, Burton and Baldwin would find the vast majority of their success together over the next several seasons. Burton's best start was first twice, at Michigan in the spring, then Pocono in the summer. His best finish was second at Charlotte in the fall. They did make all 33 races in 1998. Overall, they scored 2 poles, 0 wins, 1 top 5, and 5 top 10s, finishing 16th in final Cup Series point standings. Again, Burton did not make any starts in any other series except the NASCAR Cup Series in 1998. Bill Davis Racing picked up a brand new sponsor in 1999, Caterpillar. Burton, of course, returned to the team full-time. His best start was first at Michigan in the summer, and his best finish was second 3 times, at Las Vegas in the spring, then Darlington and Rockingham in the fall. This season was a breakout season for both Bill Davis Racing and Ward Burton, spending 25 out of 34 weeks inside the top 10 in point standings. Overall, he scored 1 pole, 0 wins, 6 top 5s, and 16 top 10s, finishing a solid 9th in final Cup Series point standings. Burton returned to the Xfinity Series after a couple season hiatus, making 5 starts in a number 02 for Bill Davis Racing, and 1 start in a number 47 Monroe McClure Chevrolet at Richmond in the fall, starting 3rd and finishing 32nd. As far as the number 02, his best start was first at Darlington in the fall, and his best finish was second at Darlington. And his best finish was second at Dover in the summer. In 6 starts, he scored 1 pole, 0 wins, 3 top 5s, and 5 top 10s. A brand new century, the year 2000, and Burton and Bill Davis Racing continued their improvement in the NASCAR Cup Series. Behind the wheel of the number 22 Caterpillar Pontiac full-time. His best start was 3rd twice at both Darlington races. His best finish was first, also at Darlington, in the spring. During the first half of the season, the team was in the top 5 in points, spending every single race of the 2000 season inside the top 10 in point standings. Very impressive. Overall, scoring 0 poles, 1 win, 4 top 5s, and 17 top 10s, finishing 10th in final Cup Series point standings. In the Xfinity Series, again, he made 6 starts. 1 in the number 48 Gould's Pump Chevrolet at Darlington in the fall, starting 22nd and finishing 5th. Then he also made 5 starts in the Bill Davis Racing number 02 Polaris Pontiac. His best start was 4th, and his best finish was 4th, both coming at Michigan in the fall. Dodge returned to the NASCAR Cup Series in 2001, and Bill Davis Racing was one of the teams that switched to Dodge. So Burton was behind the wheel of the number 22 Caterpillar Dodge full-time in 2001. His best start was 2nd at Daytona in the summer. His best finish was 1st at Darlington in the fall, winning the Southern 500, a NASCAR Cup Series crown jewel event. Overall, he scored 0 poles, 1 win, 6 top 5s, and 10 top 10s, finishing 14th in final Cup Series point standings. Burton's Cup Series crew chief Tommy Baldwin Jr. formed his own Xfinity Series team and had Burton make 2 starts near the end of the season in the number 5 Pillsbury Chevrolet. His best start was 4th at Charlotte in the fall, and his best finish was 7th at Homestead in the fall. In 2 starts, he scored 2 top 10s. Ward Burton had an incredible start to the 2002 NASCAR Cup Series season by winning the Daytona 500 after Sterling Marlin climbed out of his race car to try to fix his fender during a red flag period. So, this means he'd won 2 crown jewel events now. The Daytona 500 and the Southern 500. So, he may not have won a bunch of races, but he did win a couple really important races. So, their results, the team's results, were all over the place. Very inconsistent, honestly. So inconsistent that the team and Tommy Baldwin Jr. parted ways starting at race 30 in Talladega, replacing him with Ward Brothers former crew chief, Frankie Stoddard. His best start was 1st at Richmond in the spring, and his best finish was 1st twice, at Daytona in the spring and Loudon in the summer. Overall, he scored 1 pole, 2 wins, 3 top 5s, and 8 top 10s, finishing a disappointing, in comparison, 25th in final Cup Series point standings. Burton did not make any starts in any other series for several seasons. Once again, Ward Burton returned to the number 22 Caterpillar Dodge full-time in 2003. Just like the season prior, the team's results were all over the place, except this season they didn't win a race or a pole. Due to the poor results, Burton and Bill Davis Racing parted ways at the conclusion of race 32 at Martinsville. In the number 22, in 32 starts, his best start was 2nd at Martinsville in the fall, and his best finish was 6th at Watkins Glen in the summer. Overall, in those 32 starts, he scored 4 top 10s. Then, the final 4 starts of the season, he joined Haas CNC Racing in the number 0 Net Zero Chevrolet. His best start was 13th at Rockingham in the fall. His best finish was 13th in Atlanta in the fall. So in 2003, Burton scored 4 top 10s and finished 21st in final Cup Series point standings. I'm sure Burton went into the 2004 NASCAR Cup Series season with a lot of hope and optimism. In a new ride with a different team for the first time in 9 years, he was behind the wheel of a Haas CNC Racing number 0 Net Zero Chevrolet full-time. Results were poor, and the team went through 3 different crew chiefs throughout the season. Tony Furr, Bill Engel, and Booty Barker. Things were so bad, they parted ways with 2 races left in the 2004 season. His best start was 2nd at Indianapolis in the summer. His best finish was 9th at Rockingham in the spring. In 34 starts, he scored 3 top 10s, finishing 32nd in final Cup Series point standings. Ward Burton completely took a year off from racing in 2005, returning in late 2006 to make 3 starts for McClure Motorsports number 4 Lucas Oil Chevrolet. His best start was 24th at Phoenix in the fall, and his best finish was 25th at Texas in the fall. In 2007, Burton attempted to make a return to the NASCAR Cup Series full-time, behind the wheel of the McClure Motorsports number 4 State Water Heaters Chevrolet for what was supposed to be full-time, though the team struggled so very much, DNQing more times than they qualified, attempting 35 races, only qualifying for 16 of them. His best start was 13th at Dover in the spring. His best finish was 14th at Indianapolis in the summer. It was so rough that when they did qualify, half the time they DNF'd. They only finished 8 races throughout the season. they DNQ'd 19 times. They qualified for 16 races. They attempted 35. It was really rough. And that was at one point was a very excellent driver, a really solid driver, and a really good team. And that team just didn't continue to grow, and they kind of got, I think they just kind of got stuck where they were, and they didn't continue to evolve. And I mean, you know, everybody knows what happened to Morgan McClure Motorsports, and if you don't, you can go back in our archives and check it out on Morgan McClure Motorsports Lost Teams, NASCAR Lost Teams. But so his best start, like I said, was 13th at Dover, and his best finish was 14th at Indianapolis. It was rough. With one race in the season to go, Morgan McClure Motorsports and Burton parted ways. In the Xfinity Series, he made 16 starts from Breakout Motorsports number 27 Kleenex Ford. His best start was 5th, and his best finish was 8th, both coming at Talladega in the spring. In 16 starts, he scored 1 top 10. At the conclusion of the 2007 season, Burton more or less retired from NASCAR competition. In 2012, Burton made one final NASCAR start in the Craftsman Truck Series, driving a number 27 State Water Heater Chevrolet for Mike Hillman at Daytona in the spring, starting 25th and finishing a solid 8th. That was his final NASCAR start. Now his son Jeb Burton is a full-time Xfinity Series driver, and his brother Jeff Burton became a commentator after he retired from NASCAR competition. His nephew Harrison Burton is also a NASCAR driver, and he won his first career NASCAR Cup Series race at Daytona in the summer in 2024. So, in 375 NASCAR Cup Series starts, he scored 7 poles, 5 wins, 24 top 5s, and 82 top 10s, with a best points finish of 9th in 1999. In 161 Xfinity Series starts, he scored 7 poles, 4 wins, 23 top 5s, and 50 top 10s, with a best points finish of 6th in 1993. In one Craftsman Truck Series start, he scored 1 top 10. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any requests or anything to say at all, NASCAR related, please let me know. Or just write it down there in the comment section. I do respond. And again, thanks everyone for watching. Don't forget to click that like button, and subscribe if you haven't already. Take care everyone. Have a great day.